Hello, hello, my friends. Hello, Jonathan and Miss Angela and Miss Deborah. How are you doing? It's great to see you. I hope that you have a fun project to work on tonight. I have been working on yet another Pokemon. I have finished another one since I seen you guys last week. I finished Alakazam. And now I am working on Evie. So I have one part left to make on Evie, which is her tail. And I have to sew her two legs and, of course, then her tail onto her body, and she will be all done. So I'll have one off of the list from each kiddo. Very excited about that. I'm trying to do at least two off of each of their lists and then a surprise one for them. I have one in mind for each of them, so hopefully that will all work out. Hello, Miss Nessa and Miss Terry. Hello, Lisa. How are you, sweetheart? It was great to see you live earlier tonight. Enjoy your lunch, Miss Lisa. And hello, Chris. Great to see you, sweetheart. What you guys working on tonight? Well, that was awesome. I hope I get to catch you live more often. I know I don't get to chat very much, but I do really enjoy sitting back and listening to you chit chat. And hopefully one time I'll actually have time to pop on up and sit and chat with you, Lisa. I haven't gotten to chat with you in for so long. Hello, Miss Jen. Great to see you. Well, here is Alakazam. Oh, his little whiskers are a little crooked. There we go. So I thought he was kind of cute. His little feet were uh, a little bit of a pain, but very, very fun. I enjoyed making him and doing his little details up. To me, he looks like probably a little baby Alakazam. I imagine his fighting form is much bigger and crazier than this, but that was a really fun pattern. I got the pattern for this off of Etsy. When I make the video for it and get it up, I will make sure to link the pattern in case you would like to make one. Hello, Miss Melanie. Welcome in. Well, enjoy your dinner, Miss Nessa, and get some rest because, oof, carrying in the groceries, heck, just doing the grocery shopping is a lot of work. Hello, Miss Jen. Welcome in. A hat for my daughter. She tried to take my. Well, that's awesome that she loves your work so much. She's trying to steal it from you, Miss Deborah. Gotta love that. Well, we have a winner to pick for last month's live draw, and I have reset the house, so it is completely different than it was last month. Matter of fact, I actually added in a couple surprise things that we will see when they get pulled out. But I have this random number generator already loaded. You can see it's 1 to 52. We had 52 entries last month. 5 is just automatically up there. Oops. Go back. There we go. I bumped something. Ah! Hey now. Uh-oh. Have to go back. Okay. So it's 1 to 52. One is already on the screen. We are going to hit generate, and it's number 25. Number 25 on the list is Miss Maggie. So Miss Maggie has won our prize box from last month. Congratulations, Miss Maggie. And hello and welcome in, Miss Sonja. And hello, Granny D. Welcome in. Thank you for raiding on over. I appreciate you bringing your peeps over to say hi. Hello, Mama G. Thank you for lurking, sweetheart. Ooh, making a raglan sweater. Fun, fun. All right. And then last week we talked about doing a live on Sunday and on Monday. The King and I got talking, and since he actually has off during my birthday this year, which usually doesn't happen, he wanted to be able to take me out for my birthday without a time restriction of having to get back by a set time. So I did decide to go ahead and not have a specific birthday live on my birthday. We're going to do it next Monday night, but I'm going to go at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I already have it up and posted. So if you guys want to go over and click that notification bell so that you do get notified that the party's going on, I would love if you guys could all come and hang out with me. I'm going to make up a couple special bags specifically for the party. What I'm planning on doing as of right now is making up a set of bags where two people will win, and those two people and myself will share sister bags or friend bags, we'll call it, because we do have some males in the house as well as females, so we can't just say sisters. But that way, the three of us, the two winners and myself, will share a set of bags that all look alike. So I thought that would be kind of fun and a fun thing to do for my birthday party. The King ordered my birthday present tonight. Yeah, there we go. Sibling bags, friendship bags, however you want to call it. Um, I am getting 10 hanks of Shanko wool yarn. It is my very favorite fiber. I absolutely love the Shanko, or however that you say that. It comes from North Carolina. It is a specific blend of wool that is absolutely fabulous. I am getting a 10 pack of that yarn to dye up and crochet myself a little something special. I have a short cloak that I made myself last year from yarn that some friends gifted me. Now I want to make a full length hooded cloak. So the King got me the yarn that I'm going to dye up and make that cloak. So hopefully it will turn out like I have in my mind. And we can, have something fabulous when we're done. Hello, Miss Lisa. Welcome in. But yeah, I wanna have something that when I want to take a moonlit walk in the woods, that I can have something to cover up my arms and whatnot. And I think that that would look really, really nice with some of my witchy attire. The other little make that I have been working on is Miss Evie here. So I have to finish her tail yet. I have her little feet made. I just have to get those sewn on. Now her tail is quite large. It's like 35 rounds. So it's going to be quite large, come up to about there. But she's been a lot of fun to make. There are quite a few evolutions. Quite a few of them I really, really like. So I will probably end up making them as well in due time. But this one was a lot of fun. This bit here around her neck is actually done in 3 separate rows, and each one is made individually. You chain out and do the stitches, and then you chain out again and do the stitches, and you keep going around until you can connect them. Then you sew them down to the body, and this one's even got little hips. I thought that was quite cute. So I am having fun with the Pokemon. I don't understand the whole Pokemon cards in the game and all that, but it is quite fun making the characters. Bright, and it's been a fun way to use up my stash, and I've gotten to use a few of these little mini balls that Miss Wanda sent me. These have come in so stinking handy because, with amigurumi, sometimes you only need just a little tiny bit, and to have to break into a full skein of yarn for what amounts to 3 to 10 yards, it's a little ridiculous. So these have come in very handy. I am so thankful Miss Wanda sent those to me. They're so much fun to use just because it's so itty bitty. They are. They start out about this size here. So I think they have like, I don't know, maybe 20 yards in them. Maybe. I'm guessing more like 10 to 15. But they're super adorable, and they have some really great colors. These are the Lion brand bonbons. And I also have a whole bunch of, as Mama G would call it, aberdon'ts, the little minis. Yeah, maybe about an egg size. I can grab them real quick and show you. Ooh, it's these little things here. Yeah. It says, let's see. It says they're 17 yards. So I was pretty close with the 20. Yeah, there's 8 of them times 17 yards. They're 17 yards a piece. These are a number 4 weight, and they're 100% acrylic yarn. Hello, Mr. Mitra. The man came home and gave Mama G a present of the flu. Well, that wasn't very nice. The king did that to me earlier, or late last year, I guess is what you'd call it. That wasn't much fun. Awesome, Zach. I'm waiting for the day that you send me a picture of a completed project with all the ends woven in, so you're not going to rip it back out. and I will make sure to make you up a bag and send it out to you. I told Mr. Zach that I wanted to see him finish a project so bad that all he had to do was finish a small project, and I would send him a project bag for doing so. So that's what's going on there. Just trying to, give some encouragement to our boy Zach to actually finish a project, because I know that finishing that first project, actually finishing it off, will lead to making a second project and a third and a fourth and so on. It's completing it and knowing that you have the ability to do it. He's got to get over that hump. So yes, if I have to bribe him, I will bribe him. Well, Mama G, if you have any access to some black elderberries and some broccoli, getting both of those in your diet would be really, really helpful. Both are immune system superfoods, especially the black elderberry, but broccoli is an immune system superfood as well. Mm. I think I missed something. Let me see here. I am so sorry, Miss Sally. I missed your super chat. Thank you very, very much. I will get you wrote down. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, awesome. Hopefully you'll be able to get some of that into you and give your immune system a little bit of boost so it can fight off that icky bug and you don't have to go down too hard, or not at all, hopefully. Yeah. When the king got real, real sick on me and I finally got him back home, told him, I said, that's it. You're going to eat this stuff. And I started shoving broccoli down his throat, even if I have to cover it in cheese. The way I look at it is, yeah, there's cheese there, and the cheese ain't, 100% great for you. But the cheese doesn't take away the vitamins from the broccoli. And since I started doing that, he has only gotten sick maybe twice rather than getting sick every other week. So I swear by it. Miss Sally is sending out hellos and love to everybody. I busted one of my handy dandy needles tonight. I was sewing Evie together and snapped the tip of my needle off. Well, that's wonderful to hear, Zach. I'm glad that pneumonia is gone. And I'm with you, Miss Sally. Raw broccoli is amazing. But I love all my veggies. I could very easily be a rabbit and live in the garden. Well, thankfully, I got a big old pack of them. But for sewing amigurumi together, I swear by these great big long needles, because there's nothing worse than having to try to push a short needle through a great big amigurumi. Well, I mean, ribs are kind of fatty and sweet potatoes have quite a bit of carbs, but turnips are really, really good for you, Zach, depending on how they are cooked. But, I mean, everything in moderation, you can have some carbs as long as you don't overdo them. Um, yeah, they kind of look like the tatting needles, but they're a little bit different. I found them on Amazon. I just looked up like 6-inch big-eyed needles or 6-inch, I just put a specific length and it came up with a multi-pack. So I think I think that's like 5 inches to like 7 or 8, something like that. And a lot of times, even though it can be a little dangerous because these are rather sharp, I got sharp tips instead of blunt tips because I just like them better. Um, I will a lot of times also use these needles for pinning parts into place. And as I sew the parts together, then I will remove the needles. So that way I don't have to worry about things slipping on me. And I don't have to worry about little stick pins because I didn't have real good success with the stick pins when I first started making amigurumi. So I really haven't used them a whole lot since. Yes, little weapons. I end up with like little scratches and little, holes poked in me, but the kids are worth it. you know. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. They're cheap enough where I can buy new ones. It's just, you know, that what the heck happened? You go to pull your needle out and all of a sudden the other side doesn't come out with it. You can do it, Zach. You can definitely do it. I have been watching a channel lately that does uh reactions to the show My 600-Pound Life. Um my sister was a very large lady at one time, and she worked very, very, very hard and has gotten down to I think a very nice weight for her body frame. And she's doing absolutely wonderfully. And so I've been watching this channel that does reactions to these people that have I've literally watched people go from 1,000 pounds to 100 and some pounds, Zach. So I say all that to say that if people that get into far worse conditions than you have found yourself in can battle back and lose the weight that they want to lose, I know that you can do it as well. You know, that's right. Nobody's perfect. All you can try to do is be the best version of you that you can. And, you're going to slip. You're going to do things that probably aren't the best, but you pick yourself up and you make better choices tomorrow. You just don't allow yourself to make those bad choices every single day. You just got to keep going. Yep, that's right. Better to have a little cheat and get back on track than just give up altogether. I, at one time, was well over 300 pounds. And worked my way down, and I admit I have allowed myself to get up a little higher than I would like to be at this present time, but I am working on improving my health as well. Um, I don't ever want to be skinny, per se. I just want to make sure that I am healthy enough to be here for as long as possible. Hello, Miss Mombi Amy. Welcome in. It's great to see you. If you guys could all smash that thumb, it would be greatly appreciated. And thank you for the 18-month, Miss Cindy Lulu. I very much appreciate you being here all that time. It's been amazing. And thank you, Miss Deborah. I will get you wrote down. Well, thank you, Miss Lisa. And thank you, Miss Cindy. Yes, next Sunday I will be 44 years old. I can't believe it. I honestly didn't think that I would get to see 30. So to see 44 is absolutely amazing. Yes, I could definitely tell when I seen you live the other day, Zach, that you have been dropping weight. I'm very proud of you. Silly YouTube. Oh, YouTube has been a mess here lately. Almost every single live that I've gone into, I'm a subscriber of, have been for a very long time. Like Mama G's. I've been a subscriber of Mama G's for almost as long as Mama G has been around. But every time I go into her lives here lately, in every single live, it says subscribers only. And then once I hit the thumb and come back in and it's on top chat, it still says subscriber only. But as soon as I switch it over to live chat, then it will let me chat in every single live that I've gone into for about 2 weeks. It's a pain in the tuchus. Now, as soon as I go into a chat, before I even say hello, I smash the thumb. Then I come back to the live chat and make sure it's on live chat, and then I say hello to everybody. That's the way I've always done it. But now it won't let me chat at all until I do it. It's been so crazy. Yeah, YouTube's doing a bunch of updates, and every time they do updates, it ends up creating major glitches that they then have to go ahead and then do another update for them. So hopefully they will get it together and get this fixed here pretty shortly, because that's kind of a pain. Hello, Miss Sherry. Welcome in. Mhm. I think I have the right one chosen. There you go. I can show you my the house, sure. Now, this is just to start collecting our free entries for the night, just to say thank you for coming in. We're going to choose 5 right now, but if we do meet our goal, we will choose another 5 more. Let me see. I'm going to pop that down just so I can show you the house. Oh, there we go. Doo-doo-doo. Oop, oop, oop. It looks like it's crooked, don't it? There we go. There we go. And we are going to choose one door out of the house to start our monthly fun. And let's see. We're going to go with number 11. Ooh, there we go. This is one of the new ones I put in. It says one-on-one craft night with the queen. So the winner of our prize this month will get to choose a night where we hang out and craft together. So that is our first prize of the month. I hope that you guys like that. I thought it would be something fun that we can do. And of course, we can do that on Instagram, Facebook. I think I have FaceTime. Or we can do it on Discord, or what's it called? Where's everyone meet up at? Oh, there's another one that people use, and we could use that one as well. But we will figure that out. I will go to whatever platform. There you go, Zoom. Whatever platform works best for the winner, that would be fine with me. And whatever, day or time, as long as it's not bright and squeaky early in the morning, that would work fine with me as well. So, I thought that would be kind of fun. Or yeah, there's that Teams. I've never used that one, but I could figure it out. Miss Sally is in the ads. And I think I might have picked the wrong one. Dang it. Let me go back. There we go. I found it that time. There we go. Now, they should play the ad at the same time. That's the way I set it up, and it should only do it every 30 minutes. There shouldn't be any ads besides that, hopefully. I don't like to hit you guys with too many ads. I mean, granted, the more ads, the more I make, but I'm not here really to make money, and all the money that I do get from the channel, I put back into the channel. So it's not about that, but like I did use the money that I made to buy this updated camera and stuff like that, so that's why I do play ads, but I don't want to play so many of them that you guys get bombarded with that, because I wouldn't like that. Matter of fact, I didn't like that so much that I actually got myself YouTube Premium. so that I wouldn't have to watch those ads. Yeah. Not sponsored or affiliated with that in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that's how I did it. Hello, Miss Lydia. It's great to see you. And for anybody coming in, if you type in fun, we are just drawing 5 names to be put into our live draw for the month. The first prize that we have picked for the month is a live craft or a craft night, just me and the winner. That winner will be drawn the first live of February. So we have a month to build a prize pack, and we did pick a winner for last month's prize pack, and that winner was Miss Maggie. So if you guys see Miss Maggie out in the YouTube streets, tap her on the shoulder and let her know to send me an email and claim her prize. I hope you feel better, Miss Diane. Right. Scandalous Creations YouTube Premium is great. I just have the baby premium, but I absolutely love it because his ads are annoying. And since I don't watch television, all I watch is YouTube. If I don't have ads on YouTube, I just don't have to deal with ads at all, which works for me. Sandra, I will try to remember that. You'll probably have to remind me a few times. I have can't remember nothing syndrome. Let's see. Oh, what the heck? I hate it when it does that. There we go. Okay, it says we've got 16 entries in, and there's 28 people here. But I guess we will go ahead and give her a draw. We're going to draw 5 people. I cannot see the chat screen while I'm drawing, so hopefully everybody is behaving. And congratulations to all of our winners for tonight. First is Miss Lisa. Miss Melanie J. Congratulations. Miss Mombi Amy. Miss Sherry Robinson. Congratulations. And last but not least, Miss Nessa. Congratulations. We got that taken care of for the week. I've been just marking things off that to-do list. I even started my macrame curtains. I had to order some more macrame cord because I realized that the curtain that I chose was only going to fit one window, so I have to double it up to fill a second window. So that's going to look really pretty. I hope when it's done, it's not a full piece. Well, it will cover the entire window, but only the top bit is truly macrame, and the rest is just hanging cord. I think it looks really, really pretty in the picture, and I'm hoping it will translate to looking amazing in my window. I'm just doing, it's just like an ivory color cord, and I can show you the picture. Let me go grab it real quick. I did have to add a brace into the bar, but this is the one that I'm doing. I thought it was really pretty, so I think that will look really nice. But I think instead of ending it off on the one side, I think I'll just continue the pattern on and, end it off at the end instead of actually doing two. I'll just, put them together. I really enjoy macrame. It's not hard to do. It's just different knots and learning where to place them. So hopefully I can make it look as pretty as it does in the picture, and I don't end up having the same issue as I've had with every other macrame pattern I've ever done. Usually the first time I do a macrame pattern, I do it far too tight. It looks really pretty when I get done, but everything is, instead of being loose and wide open the way that it should. So then I end up having to untie it all and retie it all to the proper tension and distance apart. So hopefully I have learned from my past mistakes and I won't have that issue this time. Well, I hope so. I hope I do enable someone to do some macrame because I absolutely love it. It's so useful. I've made plant holders, I've made, wall hangings, art, and now the curtains. It's just really pretty, and it's not something you're seeing in absolutely every home that you go into. And that's what makes me like it so much because I want to have nice things. I just don't necessarily want to have the nice things that my neighbor has. I want my nice things to be my nice things. That's right, Chris. Enablers are great because that way we can blame them. Well, if I enable someone to get crafty, they can blame me all they want. Well, most of us, I know, at least when I was coming up in school, we did macrame friendship bracelets where we did the square knot back and forth or in one direction so it would go round and round and round. I made those the blankets, those bracelets for my girlfriends loads of times when we were growing up. Um, Matter of fact, a macrame project is what got me into crocheting, oddly enough, because I wanted to put a rope on my back door and put some bells on it for the dogs to smack the bells and let me know that they had to go outside and go potty without barking. And I macrameed it, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. So I thought, well, I've got this yarn here and I can go to Walmart and I can get a crochet hook for a couple dollars. And so I did. I went to Walmart, got a crochet hook for a couple bucks. Because my grandma had taught me to change. She tried to teach me to crochet when I was little. But I was such a nervous child that my crochet was so tight that it did a very tight spiral and there was no getting back into those stitches. So I didn't go on with it. Well, when I picked up that hook and I went on YouTube and I said, like how to make a chain. I remembered how to do that. Then I did I think double crochet or single crochets. I made a long flat piece, tied the bells to it, felt very, very, very accomplished and like I was the most amazing thing ever. No, not really, but I did feel very accomplished. And the rest is history. I was, for lack of a better term, hooked by finishing that project, which again is why I'm pushing Zach so hard to finish that first project, because I know once I finished mine, there was no stopping me. I went from making that little rope to hang on the back door, which still hangs on my back door with bells on it for the dogs, to making myself a pair of shorts, to making a pair of a baby jumper, to making toys and my own wedding dress, and a blanket that's 180 some rows of bobble stitch that makes a beautiful picture of a heart tree, just from finishing that one project because I went and bought a hook. The amount of confidence that I had in myself back then to now is a 180-degree difference. It's completely. Same here, Miss Sally. Same here. I absolutely love creating, and if I can make it myself rather than to go out and buy it, that's what I'm going to do every single time. Which is why I have a whole house full of crafting supplies now. And I have been stashing down for the last 3 years. Oh, this darn camera. I don't want you to follow me all the time. When I put my hand up to do something, because I talk with my hands so much, the camera, and the AI in the camera thinks that I want the camera to follow me. So it turns it on, and then every time I move, the camera moves. Yep. Mama G says her first couple projects were wonky and now she designs clothing. Yep, same here. My first couple projects weren't perfect by any means, not at all, but you know. Yeah, Miss Deborah, with you working so hard, honey, it's got to be hard to, truly get, focused in on crocheting, because you got so much going on outside of that. Right, Chris. At least it's not zooming in to yeah, that was the other camera. That camera's naughty. Right. That's true, Sandra. We all had rough beginnings, but we got to start somewhere, right? And the only way to get, to master anything is to practice for many years. Right? The first shawl was wonky, but daughter wears it proudly. That's right. And most of the time, the people that we give things to or make things for, they're never going to see a flaw in what we made. We might see it, but they're never going to see it. So I don't worry about it too much. I mean, unless it's a seriously overly obvious flaw, like there's a great big hole in the center of something, I don't worry about it. The only time I do any like counting and making sure everything exactly perfect is if I'm doing like a graft project. I see. Okay, that's the bottom. Yeah, I went from those that little rope on the back door to this. There is a heart in both top corners. Big old heart in the center. And it goes all the way down. And ooh, has a heart in both bottom corners. I made this as a wedding present. And then unfortunately, that person showed that they were not yarn worthy. So I wasn't able to gift it to them. So now it just sits around in my closet, being unloved and unused. Yeah, that was like 283 rows of bobble stitch. That is the blanket that made me say, friends don't let friends bobble stitch. Because, oh, wow. I never wanted to do another bobble in my life after that. It's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely their loss. I went to their house. I had made them a beautiful set for their baby. And I went to their house and found that set on the ground outside with the dog. So, yeah, I wasn't going to gift them anything else I made if that's how they're going to treat my hard work. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've made blankets for my dogs. You know, I've made my cat a couch. You know, so animals are yarn worthy too. But I made an entire set, matching set for this baby, and to find the blanket outside on the ground. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. Couldn't do it. But, you know, people don't always understand the value of what handmade products are worth, because they don't stop and think about if they were at work, for however long it takes us to make a blanket or whatever, and no one appreciated the fact that they were at work doing what they were supposed to be doing and creating a product at work or whatever. And then they had to go home and no one appreciated what they had done being at work. They would probably feel a little bit different about that. Oh, thank you, Miss Cindy Lulu. And you know what, honey? That is everything. That is way more than I could ever ask for. Thank you so very much. Let me get you wrote down. Well, Mimo D, I hope that you have a good night, and we will hopefully see you next week doing a live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to celebrate my birthday. So if you haven't yet, hit the notification bell on that live. It is already up and posted because I would love to celebrate with you guys. Like I said, I'm going to give out a couple bags. I might do a little bit of yarn with those bags or maybe do some yarn on the side. Not sure yet because, shipping costs a lot, and I've got a cauldron prize to send out yet this month. Plus, I want to do a prize for, just video watchers and, a couple of prizes for the live. That right there is already $25, $30 in shipping, so yeah, I'm going to do it at 6:00 next week because I know a lot of people say that 8:30 is too late for them. So I figured for the birthday party to hopefully get more people to be able to come, I will schedule that one. I scheduled that one for 6 p.m. So that hopefully more people will be able to make it. Miss Terry said, I conned a friend into doing a baby blanket quilt, went to my son, my first grandson, hand done to my daughter. She's keeping it. So disappointed. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Terry. Hi, Diana D. Welcome in, sweetheart. Yeah, we're gonna do my birthday party on Monday rather than Sunday because the king wanted to take me out for my birthday without having a time restraint on having to rush back. Now if we get home and he goes to bed good and early, I might pop up and do like just a little pop up. Hey, come hang out with me, let's crochet a while together type live on my birthday, maybe. But otherwise the birthday party, the giveaway and everything will be happening next Monday, the 12th, the day after my birthday. We're just going to celebrate it, a day later. I have had a couple prizes donated. Miss Wanda, Navy Mommy, donated a couple mystery little bags of yarn, and we have had a cash donation as well. So there will be a few other prizes other than what I'm giving out. I am accepting donations up until the time of the live, not asking, just saying, putting it out there. If anyone does want to donate, that would be awesome. If you don't want to, that is more than fine. All I ask is that you come and hang out and enjoy the party with me. I love spending my birthday with you guys every single year. This is something that I've done for the last 3 or 4 years straight, where we have yes, please do email me if you do want to donate, because oh, I will forget, and then I'll feel bad, and I don't want to forget anybody, so it's just easier if you email me. But we will be partying at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Monday night. And you're never late, Miss Jen. You are where you need to be when you need to be there. Yeah, YouTube is being a pain in the tuchus here lately. I'm getting notifications for channels that I don't follow, nor would I ever follow. And then I'm not getting notifications for people. Mine is also the 11th, but we're going to celebrate on the 12th. Happy birthday on the 11th. I'm happy to share a birthday with you. Arrow Lover, welcome in. Oh, that's awesome, Zach. Let's see. There was another YouTuber. She did crochet, but she also she drove truck. Her name was Pam, and her birthday was also the 11th of January. And one year, I think in 2019, it was I think it was 2019, we did a birthday swap where I sent her a box and she sent me a box. And in the box she sent me this. And she made this for me. It is one of my prized possessions. I absolutely love it. She did my name. Yeah, I would love to recreate and make this again because I just absolutely love it. It's done in crochet thread. And it's all done in filet crochet. So she did an awesome job. Don't think that she makes videos anymore, though. I haven't seen a video from her in a long time. We have some amazingly crafty people here. I had it up on the wall, but yeah, I think I want to put it inside like a frame or something like that, because being up on the wall, dust and whatnot, and it kind of discolored it a little bit. Oh, Miss Sally says we're in the ads. I'll give it a minute, so hopefully everybody can come back from those. Yeah, she did an amazing job. All right, back from the ads, Zach says. That's awesome. Or Deborah says, sorry, Zach was there, and then the bifocals got me. Welcome back, Miss Sally. Welcome back. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end up framing this because like I said, it was getting dusty and whatnot on the wall, so I took it down so that I could soak it and clean it. I will admit that stain removal and whatnot is not one of my strong suits. It's something that I really wasn't taught growing up, so I've had to kind of figure out, and don't think I've learned all the best ways yet. But yeah, I should definitely get it framed up so that it will keep nice and clean and look good forever. Miss Deborah's laughing at me. Yeah, I bet it is, Mama G. I bet it is. I've been going through a good bit of wood, and it's not near as cold down here as it is up there. Matter of fact, I was outside today in this t-shirt and my skirt with not even needing a sweater on. I was playing with the piggy for a while. I went out there, and he has been so funny lately. He does not really care for the winter time because he does not get near as much attention. I'm just not outside as much in the winter. So every time I go out there, he makes a big show of it so that he can get some loving. He was even playing fetch with me one day. I ain't never seen a pig play fetch before, but he sure was playing fetch. I tossed that stick for him probably about 5, 6 times, and he went off and grabbed it and brought it back and gave it back to me so I could toss it off for him again. Ooh, Sandra's having 80-degree temps this week. I think we've been around the 70s. But you must be down in Florida, Miss Sandra. Yeah, Tiny is a card. He's funny. He's one funny little piggy. He'll be 3 years old in a couple months here. Can't believe it. Oh, Louisiana. There you go. Yep. Ooh, 15 degrees, Mama G. Ooh, wee. No, just hearing that makes me shiver. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely left Wisconsin to get away from the cold. Oof. We used to get snow up to my eyeballs and freezing cold all the time. And now I can go or I can go, riding the motorcycle with a sweater on in January. Excuse me, got the hiccups. I was working on speaking of jackets, I got a Green Bay Packers starter jacket on my golden birthday, which was, a few years ago, just a couple, when I turned 11. But when I got that jacket, I always loved to put a bunch of stuff in my inside pocket, and it had ripped a little bit, and I never took care. I never fixed it or whatever because I didn't know how. Well, this last week I actually sat down and stitched up my jacket, fixed that rip that's been in it since I was 11, and got that all done up, so it's ready to be worn again, where I don't have to worry about the lining of my jacket coming out. And believe it or not, it still looks almost as good as it did the day that I got it. So I'm very, very proud of having that jacket all these years. I used to be a great big football fan. I used to follow the Packers quite closely, went to training camp a few times, been to the games, but ever since all the protesting stuff started, I really don't watch football anymore. And since 2020, I haven't watched TV at all. I don't even turn it on. If the TV's on in our house, it's because uh, YouTube is on it, or one of us is playing the PlayStation, or the Kings watching college ball. Oh, heck yeah. I'm a Green Bay girl all the way, 110%. Even if though I don't watch football, really anymore, or follow it anymore, I will be a Green Bay Packer fan till the day I'm no longer here, and then some. Seeing them, like, I was such a Packer fan that I've even watched the Green Bay Packers play basketball. They do charity events sometimes around Wisconsin where they will send out the younger guys, the lower tier guys, or whatever you want to say, the second string, third string type guys. They will send them out to do charity basketball games against the fire department or police department, or fire and police department, to raise money for different things. And I've gone and watched them play those charity games, got a couple autographs, and them guys are huge. Even the guys that look like, when there's on the field and they're standing next to the other players and they look like they're just tiny, those tiny guys are stinking huge. Oh, poor baby. Miss Diana, do you have any of the freezy pops that come in like the tube? If you have some of those, or if you have some of the teethers with the water in the inside, if you put it in the freezer, or you could even put a couple ice cubes in, in a like a cloth, and let her kind of gnaw on it. The cold from the ice might numb her gums enough to give her a little bit of relief. I know my parents would use the icy popsicles that come in the plastic tubes or whatever, and we would chew on those to numb our little gums. Clove extract works really well too, Chris. Yeah, right. Zach says he's a Falcons fan. Didn't make the playoffs and they fired their coach. Well, Diana, that might help, honey. That might help. You might need to take a couple sips of that. That might help a whole lot. For sure. For sure. The whiskey's for the adult. Yeah, freeze a wet dry a terry cloth washcloth. That's a good idea. Yeah, my parents used whiskey or brandy on the gums as well. The Oragel stuff hardly works. Washcloths in the freezer, pretzel. Finally had to try the last resort. Yeah. Same here, Jen. Same here. I was born a Packer fan. My entire family follows the Packers. Matter of fact, my father, when the team would come, when the team was playing at home, he would volunteer on the sidelines to help run the lighting. So he's actually got a couple signed balls and stuff like that from the games from the guys. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, a little bit of Tylenol or Motrin, something like that. But they say that that stuff could actually cause autism. That's what I've been hearing here lately. But who knows? Oh, goodness. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make 3 more little Pokemons for the kids, and then I want to make them one surprise one each and send them each out a package during their birthdays this year. Definitely, Sandra, definitely. Sometimes the old remedies do work best. Yeah. I know for my son specifically, now my oldest child is autistic, ADHD, oppositionally defiant, and nonverbal. But he him specifically, I was in a car accident when I was 9 months pregnant. I was actually like a week and a half overdue already. And as a result of that car accident and having the belt go over my belly and smack him around real hard, plus being overdue and being low on amniotic fluid at the time, um, caused damage to him that was not visible by the time that he was born, unfortunately. And when he was a little bit older, about 18 months to 2 years old, he had a seizure inside of his brain, which caused him to go from being able to speak full sentences to not being able to speak at all. So so we know exactly what happened to my son. But hearing all these other things that they think is the causes here lately is just, it's a little scary. But I mean, my son has a lot of challenges, but he's an extremely, extremely intelligent, extremely talented young man, and he has been able to make a, you know, he's been able to get the therapy and everything where he lives assisted, but he's able to have his own space where he can live a semi-normal life and even have a job and everything. So I'm very, very proud of him in overcoming the challenges that he's had to overcome. Yeah, it was a bit nuts, especially considering I was 16 years old when I had him, and autism was like a brand new thing back then. We didn't know anything about it. You know, it's not like today where they have therapy set up, and there's so much more information now than there was when he was growing up. Yeah, he's got a really great support, and he's gone through some really helpful therapy. We did picture words for quite a long time. We did the PEC system. That really, really helped him out a lot. It did make him where he, was able to. When I say he's nonverbal, I don't mean that he cannot speak a word. My son is nonverbal in the sense that he's never going to come up to you and say, "Hey, mom, how was your day today? What did you do? what do you got planned for dinner tonight? You know, like he's never going to do something like that. But he's able to do like, I want some pizza. I want to watch a movie. You know, like he can tell you what he's needing or what he's wanting, but he cannot hold conversational speech. And he can tell you every movie to every word to every movie he's ever seen. Yeah. Yeah, he's done amazing. He actually does does graphic design work now. I'm very, very proud of him. I'm going to give it a 10-minute warning. We'll make it a full hour and a half for tonight. Okay. Hey, we did it. We went longer than we normally do. Uh, but we'll give it a 10-minute warning and then we'll get on out of here. And hopefully you guys will keep crafting until you're winding down for bed, and we will meet up again next week. I'm going to get some videos made this week because I do have videos to make and get those out to you. And hopefully that will all go to plan. So keep your eyes out for those, including I'm working on a members only video. We will have a members only giveaway this month. Just a little heads up for anyone that is thinking about becoming a member. Miss D is lurking and working. That reminds me, I have some memberships I can give out. Mm-hmm. Let's see who got them. Miss Angela, Miss Sally, Miss Sandra, and Miss Diane Major. Congratulations. And Miss Deborah. Congratulations. You're very welcome. And we will give the other 5 out later on this month. And I'm hoping to get a Stitch of the Month video made as well. And remember, if you do complete a project with a Stitch of a Month, even if it's just a little washcloth or something like that, you do get an entry into the live giveaway. So I will get that out to you guys as soon as humanly possible. Mama G says she don't snore, but the man says she does. I tell you what, I am when the king gets snoring, I can go from being wide awake to doing the bubblehead thing in seconds. I don't, I know a lot of people complain about their partner snoring, but for me, hearing my partner snore is like a sleep trigger. I hear him snoring and I can go from being like up and going to in no time flat. Miss Sally says she needs to buy some cotton yarn. I just seen some beautiful Pima cotton yarn, bear yarn tonight when I was looking, because the king told me, well, he was asking me what I wanted. And most of the things that I truly want right now are things that I need to save up for because they're, you know, a little on the pricey side. Like the knitting needles I want are like 200 and some dollars. And, um, like a weaving loom, that's like $350. And I don't expect him to do something like that, for my birthday. Um, so I told him, well, I would really like to make this cloak. And so he asked me if I wanted yarn or if I wanted fiber. And I chose yarn. So to make it easy on him, because obviously he doesn't know, the difference between DK and fingering and, worsted weight and stuff like that. I just went and found, the yarn for him. I found one where it was a 10 pack of Hanks that I really, really wanted. And then I found one that was a secondary choice, which was a cone of yarn that would equal the same amount of yarn as the 10 pack of Hanks. But unfortunately, the cone was all sold out. So I got my first choice, which yay. Which was the nicer of the two wools. Not that the second one wasn't nice, but the first one was a little bit nicer in my opinion. So he ordered that for me tonight, so that will be coming. Maybe might do a live dye with that. If I don't, I'm probably do a video with it. And then I'm going to be making a hooded cloak with it. But that's my birthday present this year from the king. I'm looking for like a tabletop loom, Nessa. Like there's one from uh hmm, why am I blanking on the name? Wow, completely out of my head. Ashford. There you go. The Ashford. Yeah. Oh, the knitting needles I want is the Hiya Sharps. I have a full set of knitting needles, but they're the wooden needles, so they're way too slow for me. And the kind of yarn that I use, they were great for when I was first learning and I was afraid of my stitches flying off of my needles. But now that I know what I'm doing, um, I really, really like the Hiya Sharps because the cables are amazing and I really like the extra sharp tips on those, but they're expensive, so I have to save up for them. I'll end up getting them eventually. Um, I know with everything that I want, eventually I will get it. I just have to, work hard for it and save up for it. And anything worth having in life is worth working hard for and waiting and working to get. So if I'm meant to have it, I will. And I'll just keep working for it until I get there. Oh, I bet, Deborah. I see them all, the great big ones, all the time on Facebook Marketplace here. And I definitely have the room for it, but the money and the time, I probably don't. What I what my big dream is, I know this is very lofty, but this is my big dream. I want to have a sheep or two so that I can shear their wool and then I can process it and spin it and dye it. And then I can put it on the loom and make fabric with it and then turn that fabric into dresses and skirts and all the other wonderful things that I want to turn it into. So I know that's a huge lofty goal and that would take an extreme amount of time and but that's something that I have dreamed about doing for quite some time, and I'm going to keep working until I get there. I know if I keep working very hard, eventually I will get there, you know? And I just got to learn one more skill. I just have to learn how to weave on a weaving loom to do that. Cause obviously I've done weaving like the pot holders and I've done like weavings for like the wall and stuff like that. I've never done a weaving to that extent, but it's only one more thing to learn. For sure. I would definitely be proud of that accomplishment. And I also would like to get I think this is called a charky or charka something. It's a hand spinner for spinning cotton yarn. I really want to get one of those as well. I said, eventually I will get there. Yeah, linen would be yeah, the cotton wheel, it comes in like a little box and you turn the little crank as you're spinning your cotton. I really, really want to get one, but maybe one day. Yeah, then I've heard about the weaving classes at the North Carolina Fiber Festival. I think it's either the Fiber Festival or the Yarn Festival in North Carolina. It's August 15th and 16th this year, I think. I'm hoping I will get to go. If I don't get to go this year, I'm going to make sure that I get to go by next year because I would really love to go to that and meet up with some people. I'll be right back. I got to go check my stove. It just made a noise. Sorry about that, but just wanted to make sure, ma'am, my wood just fell down in the stove a little bit. So nothing to be worried about, but I always like to make sure when I hear it because otherwise I'll forget. And I like to make sure the temperature's not getting too high. I think it's in Asheville, Ashland. It's right in Charlotte, one of the little suburbs of Charlotte. There's a yarn festival, and then there's one that's a fiber festival. Both are around the Charlotte area. I think one is in the springtime and one is in the summer or fall. Ads again? Shouldn't be ads again. D says it's in Asheville. She's or Z Nessa says Asheville. She's is in north in the mountains. Okay. Mama G's heading off to bed. Good night, Mama G. Sleep well, sweetheart. And Sally says she's back. Yeah, Dee's been to Asheville. I have not been up there yet. I have been to Charlotte once. Well, technically twice I've been there because when I was living in Charleston, South Carolina. I drove to Charlotte to fly out and go to Wisconsin. Well, flew out and landed in Minnesota and then drove to Wisconsin. And then, of course, I had to fly back to Charlotte. So I've seen the airport. That's about it. Shoot, we need to get together for sure, Miss Deborah. We've been talking about it forever now, and I know it's my fault. I'm awful. But we definitely need to get together, even if we just get together and have some lunch, sit and craft for a while. The North Carolina Festival is in Raylan, I think is how that's said. That one is in March, spring. That's where they have the state fair in Charlotte. Is 2 hours southwest of Asheville. It's 3 hours plus. Okay. Well, that would be a lot of fun, and I definitely want to go to both. Just gotta save up the money, and hopefully the king and I will actually make it and get married this year. And if we're gonna make it to that, I definitely need to lose a couple pounds so that I can fit into my dress. Gotten a little bit bigger since I made it. But hopefully we'll get there this year. So that might put a hamper in on getting to any yarn festivals, like I said. But if I don't get to go this year, I'm definitely going next year. Sounds like Deborah and Miss Nessa aren't too far from each other. I see a meetup happening in the future. Yarny friends are the best of friends, right? That was the whole reason I started my YouTube channel, is to make some yarny friends, make some friends in general. But all right, I'm gonna get on out of here. I said 10 minutes, 16 minutes ago, so oh, a powwow would be a lot of fun. I haven't been to a powwow since I left Wisconsin. Definitely a lot of fun listening to the music and seeing the dancing. Oh, great time. But I will see you guys next week. I will have my party dress on. I hope you guys have your dancing shoes on and we can have all kinds of fun. Oh, Miss Mishi, 18 months. Thank you very much, sweetheart. We will be back next Monday night, a lot earlier than we normally come on. We will be here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you pop that notification bell so that it will let you know when our party starts. And I hope that you will come on by and party it up with us. Thank you, Miss Michi. I will get you wrote down. We'll go, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you can come for the party next week, Miss Mishi. Oh, you're never late, sweetheart. You are where you need to be. I know you're a working lady. It's hard to be all the places. But we will see you next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our birthday party. And then every Monday after that at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our live fun. Until then, I truly hope that you are crafting your happiness. Bye, my friends.